Welcome. Today I've got to go outside and interact with the humans outside. I won't be out long. Now, a lot of you people out there listening to this won't remember the 70s, the 80s, or even the 90s. They were good times. There was a lot of originality in those years, and a lot of diversity. 85% at least more diversity than today, even though they keep on pushing that one. There was a lot of creativity as well. There were some good films, good plays, good bands, and plenty of creativity everywhere. And who thought that it would all just stop? Everything we're getting now is just rehashed from those days. Most movies are all just a remake of the old ones. No original ideas out there at all. And when they do a remake of something, it's like it's written by children and acted by children. Why is that? Well, if you think about the way the children were brought up last generation and the generation before, they really didn't have any real discipline. Basically, they were spoilt. The parents weren't allowed to parent their children, so the children got their information from the media, from their phones, from their computers. If they wanted to know something, they wouldn't just try to think about it, they'd just look it up and believe 100% whatever they found on the PC, on their iPhones, on the media. And now these generations have grown up and they're in these jobs, they're in the movie industry, but they don't have any imagination, any creativity. Because most of their young life, they've never had to use their brain very much. They seem to be very unaware of their real surroundings. We have a lot of actors in Hollywood that can't actually act. In fact, they're quite annoying instead of being stars. Individuality seems to be frowned upon nowadays. One thing I always thought that people would have as humans and animals too would be common sense. I thought it was a natural occurrence in humans because it helps keep you alive. You know, don't touch that, it's hot. But the last couple of generations, I noticed, don't seem to have any common sense at all. I mean, for instance, if I ask a young person, a young male, why do females wear makeup? They would probably look it up and get a generic answer. That would probably say something like the patriarchy is forcing women to wear makeup. And this young man will believe that. He won't think about it himself and make his own decision. He won't even question the answer he gets. The brain is like any muscle. If you don't use it very much, it becomes weak. So for the last 2 generations, what I've seen isn't good. And it can only snowball. It can't get any better. So what's the next 2 generations going to be like? I won't know, but it doesn't look good, does it? Females, to me, seem to be more easily controlled by the media and information than males. I mean, if you think about these manufactured boy bands, thank God there isn't so many now, but they're still around. So what do? They pick all these separate people, these guys, young guys, that have a certain look. It doesn't matter whether they can sing or not. They're just going for the look. And who are they targeting? Young girls, of course, because they're easily manipulated. You think these boys have been sitting in their garage for years, practicing, singing, playing guitars? No, these are just picked off the street all over the place, specifically for their looks. Probably never held an instrument in their life, and can't sing either. But they can make a fortune getting money from young girls because they're easily manipulated. I don't want the world to really end disastrously, but I would love to still be alive when there's sort of a major magnetic storm that takes out all electricity on the planet. Maybe not all electricity, but certain electronics, if you know what I mean. And I think it would be like a kind of awakening. Young people would wake up, they'd look up from their phones and see that there's a world. You know, that might make a good film. You see, hopefully the young people's brains could recover, could start thinking again. It's probably hard to think with you being inundated by media and posts and everything else. Information overload. But I guess it doesn't matter anyways, because we're all gonna be underwater very soon anyway. I mean, let's think about it. In my lifetime, that's the 5th time that they've said that in about 40 years. And the reason why that magnetic storm that takes all electricity out is good, might be a good premise for a film, is because I went into a store where the electricity was gone and there was a young person at the till and they couldn't do mathematics without the till. That's how bad young people are getting. They don't even know the basic maths. Young people aren't people anymore. They're just an extension of their phone. They're their phone's accessory, not the other way around. I'm going to do something that's really strange to you people probably, but I'm going to grab an axe and I'm going to go out into the forest and I'm going to take time and cut a tree down. Then I'm going to recycle the wood. Don't all you naturalists get excited. I'm only kidding. I'm not in a place that has forests or woods, so I was just jesting with ya. So maybe you can help me out there. Say this magnetic storm comes and takes all electricity out, think would make a good film. What would we call it? What would be a great name for it? You can't have The Awakening, because there's already a film named that. So let's hear some of your ideas. Oh God, I sure do love creativity.